Okay, let's see if we can try this again. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but yeah. Okay. I don't know. You guys, it's just a mess. That's all I can say. It's a mess. Literally. It's a mess. Woo! I don't know if anybody can hear me or not, but I mean, it looks like it's working, but I just want to give it a few seconds to see if it's going to kick me off again. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. So I just want to give it just a little bit, just to see if it does kick me off, because then what's the point? You know what I mean? So we're just doing a test run. We are going to play with some makeup if this does work. I mean, we're on for 2 minutes already, so let's see. But I mean, it hasn't did it yet, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna do it, you know? I just want to make sure that this thing isn't going to kick me off again, because if it's kicking me off, I don't know why it's kicking me off, because there's nothing in my background, nothing I do different than in my own videos, so there should be no reason why it's flagging it, removing my lives. I know I'm not the only person. I just found that out thanks to Kiva. She was helping me with this. Thank you so much, Kiva. I really do appreciate it, girl, but here's a topic for you to talk about and letting people know, hey, if you're trying to live and it removes it or it flags it, you know, it wasn't you. It was, you know, it's something else. But I just want to make sure that this thing isn't going to kick me off, me getting started doing the makeup, but then all of a sudden the live ends. I don't want to get started with that. So I just want to give it at least 5 to maybe 7 minutes, because that's what it was doing last time. That's how long it took for it to kick me off. So I just want to wait to see if it's going to kick me from this live. And if you can hear me, please let me know in the comments below, so I at least know that you can actually hear what I'm saying. It's just, you guys, I don't know. It's a mess today. The world's trying to conspire against me. It doesn't want me to go live. It doesn't want me to play with no makeup. It doesn't want me to do nothing. And it's very upsetting, because I want to be able to do this. And I want to be able to get all of this done without it kicking me from here. And it's just irritating, you guys. Us YouTubers and having to do all this is the hardest thing in the world. And people really don't understand how much goes into this, how much stuff can mess up. When you, I've lost 3 or 4 videos, and it's the worst thing in the world. It's just, something's trying to conspire against me today, and I'm not fixing to let it. I'm fixing to keep God on my side. And okay, good. You can't hear me. Okay, so I'm not just talking to myself here. All right, good. Well, we're 5 minutes in. It hasn't kicked me yet. So, let's just pray to the Lord Jesus Christ that it does not kick me and we can actually finish playing with our makeup. Am I saying that right? A Schofield? Did I say that right or did I say that wrong? I don't want to get it wrong. But hi, how are you doing? Let's get our stuff all the way back set up, I guess. We're 6. I know, right? It's super sad. I have literally tried 7 times to do a live. Each time, it keeps kicking me. And I don't know if it was a certain app I was using or if it was something in the background, what it was, because it wouldn't let me know. Okay, good. It wouldn't let me know. I just got an email from them saying that it was flagged and everything else. And I'm like, flagged for what? You know, there's nothing in my video that should have been flagged. But I come to find out I'm not the only one. There has been a lot of YouTubers having a problem with trying to go live and being kicked from it with Alina Schofield. Did I say that? Alina? Oh, I would say Alina. That's how I'm seeing it. That's a really pretty name too. I really like that. Let me get all this stuff back out from what we were playing with. And I don't know what I was on next. I think I was on powder. It's been a while. Literally, I've been sitting here for an hour straight trying to figure out what happened. And thank goodness Kiva came through and she was giving me all kinds of apps and sites that I could go to try and do my live stream, because with being under 1,000 subscribers, she was a blessing to me today. I thank her so much. Oh, you're welcome. I love that. Really, that is a really, really pretty name. I like that a lot. That's actually a unique name because I've never heard it before, ever. This is the first time, and it's really, really beautiful. I really like that. I'm kind of jealous because now I wish my name was that, but it's not. My mom named me Karen. I got the worst name ever right now where everybody's talking about Karen this, Karen that with all these memes, and I just get a crack out of all of them, and I'm like, it's the worst time to be named Karen. I'm just going to finish putting on my powder right now because it's just been sitting. And I've been trying to figure out why I cannot go live. But thank God. Okay, we haven't been kicked. It's 8 minutes in. We are good. Oh, yes, it was. I love her so much. If you do not know who she is, you can look her up. I am Kiva. She is the sweetest person in the world. And she's very helpful. If you need help with anything, she will help you with it. She has got advice. She's got videos, everything. So she is like my go-to person when I need to figure out like, hey, what's going on? Why isn't this working? What do I need to do? She is like my go-to person that I go to. And I'm so thankful God put her in my life. We physically may not have met, but I feel like I've known her for years. Just talking to her. Okay, let's go move on. I'm going to go to... Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. It's just right now, I hate having it with all the memes and all the videos of all the Karen this, oh my gosh, Karen. And I'm just like, oh, it's the worst time to be named Karen. And then a lot of people are getting offended by it. And I'm like, my name's Karen and I'm not offended by it. Why are you offended by it? You know what I mean? Like, don't be offended by that. It's actually pretty funny. Because you've got like Negative Nancy and, you know, all those other names. And you don't hear or see any of them other people just like being mad about it. Okay, so we're going to move on to our contour. If I can find my new contour brush. Yes, our new contour brush. And I'm doing this is literally this has really been my favorite go-to palette for my contour. I got this in my BoxyCharm box a few months ago, and I love it. I really do. I love it to death. It's my favorite. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're going to go in with our contour. And we're just going to carve these cheeks out. Underneath, I've already did the concealer and the liquid contour. The concealer I used was from Too Faced that I got in a sample. But for the contour, I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just got a new one, and I was using Java for that. And that's what's under it from the base and everything else. So let's just go ahead and move on to our contour and actually finish carving the cheeks out. I'm very lightly pressing on it too. I'm not pressing hard. I am just letting it do I'm letting the bristles do its thing. And then we're just going to go lightly over the forehead, not too much. And then on our jawline, just to kind of carve it out. I have gained a little bit of weight being in this quarantine, you know, so please mind that. I will lose it very soon. And I'm going to use my bronzer brush from, who was this? Alamar. And I'm not going to put any product on it. There's nothing on it. I'm just taking it as its brush alone. I know, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Even the blush. I love the blush. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go and just kind of spread it out just to kind of easily blend it in. Because I don't want it to be too harsh, but I do want it to still be carved out and it looks like I have, you know, kind of a slimmer face. Even though it's a little fat right now. But I just want to go ahead and just kind of lightly go over everything. All right. And now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and go to blush. Even though I love the blush in here, I'm not going to use this blush. I am going to move on to the Hourglass that I had got in one of my BoxyCharm boxes. This one is very pretty. It's really light. And it's not like a harsh, you know, color on yourself. I'm just take it, dust that off. We all know what to do. And just run it across, starting right here and going up. See, it's just like subtle, and I like the subtleness of this one. So I'm not mad about it. And I use it off and on. I don't use it all the time. But when I do use it, I think it looks really pretty on the skin because it's very light. It's not too harsh, too dark. And all that sort of things. And just kind of go up just to give it just some type of pinkness. Just to kind of bring some life to our cheeks. And now that we have done that, I'm going to stop with that. And we're just going to move on to our highlighter. And you guys know, if y'all watch my videos, my favorite highlighting palette ever. And you want to know how much it's my favorite palette? Look at it. Yes, pan on everything almost. Yes, and you can tell which ones are my favorite. I will use Forever 21 every now and again But my favorite ones are Kitty Cat and Daydream. And then some, every now and again, I will use Forever Young or Glow Getter. I never really use this one. Not saying that I don't like it. I just don't use it. Just because I think it's just a little too dark on me. So I just keep it kind of, you know, light. And since we are pink, I do want to go with Kitty Cat. And we're just going to go lightly in there. Very lightly. Because this stuff is really, really blinding. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And the way I kind of start out with this is I do tapping motions. I just kind of tap it on there at first. And then I'll do a swoop. And if you can see, it brings that you don't have to do it hard. And it already brings the shine in like that. So I just kind of do tapping motions with it, just so I can make sure that I'm getting it on the places that I want to get it at. And then that's when I'll go in and do all of that. That's why I always put a little on the brush. I don't want it to be too harsh. And let's highlight the Cupid's bow. All right. And I know I skipped some things. I know I did. We're going to go back into the contour, but I need to get a different brush. We're going to do our nose now. And we're not going to go too deep with it, but we are going to carve it out because we want a nice carve. And my nose is kind of big, and I've always hated my nose since I was a little girl. I've hated my nose and my ears. Ugh, it's a Hernandez thing. I don't know why. But we're going to come in, and we're going to go down the nose. So we're just going to kind of slim it. And that's how I do it. If I want it to be really, really carved out, then I will go a little bit deeper on the contour color. But I don't want it to be deep. I just want it to be very lightly and just to kind of bring out like I have, you know, my nose is right there. So we're going to take our brush like we normally do and just kind of blend that so it's not harsh. And it just kind of brings out, you know, like how you would do with your cheeks. It's got its line there. And then the next thing I do, I don't really use a brush for this part anymore. Every now and again I will, just to kind of bring it down. But the color I use that I go on my nose with that's where I use Forever Young. And I'll take my pinky and just kind of lightly go in there. Oh, my nail scratched it. Just lightly. Very, very lightly. And I will put a dot right there on the nose. And then come up to the bridge of it and bring it down halfway. So it just kind of gives it that highlight, that nice highlight, and not too harsh. Where is, I guess we'll use this one. It doesn't matter. And that's all I do. Literally, that's all I do. You've got that little point and right there. Now, what color I'm going to do today, I am not sure. What highlighter? Pale. It depends on your foundation color. Okay? When it comes to highlight, I'm pale too, believe it or not. I'm not as tanned as it looks right now. Gosh, if I could be able to use my phone, I could show you. But it'll all go off on your foundation. Okay, so whatever level your foundation is, you'll want to go at least 1 to 2 shades at least lighter. The color, I'm pretty sure me and you might be the same. The color I am in right now on my Urban Decay is 11NN. And it's like a very fair, neutral color. So what I found out with trying to find out with my concealers and highlighters to try and figure out what color is going to go perfect with my skin. Well, first I started off with my concealer, finding out what concealer is going to go under there, okay? And once you find that color out, it doesn't matter what highlighting color you use. I know I should have said that at first, but it really doesn't. It does not matter what highlighting color you use. Only thing that will matter is your blush, okay? So let's say you wanted to use, where is it at? One of these dark colors. Like, this is a little pink. If you can't really tell, but it does. It has a little bit of pink in there. And these are more of like golden tones. And if you're like me and you're a fair and a neutral person, then these are going to be your best friends, okay? White every now and again. That's not something you want to use consistently. But it is in here. I would say that this is really pretty to like go onto like a brow bone. You know what I mean? I would never really just use this for my cheeks. But every now and again, I'll use it for my nose, depending on how bright I want it to be. But I would say if you are a lighter complexion, I would definitely go with a very peachy Daydream or a mixture between these two right here. I actually, you know what? I have, not only do I have that highlighter, I have, give me a second. I have more stuff. Hold on just a second. Okay, so there is a color that I got into my Fenty Beauty box, okay? And the color is a purple color, believe it or not. It's just like this. And this is what it would look like on the skin. Okay? This is... Stuff like this, I have never used this, to be honest with you. I've just swatched it. I have not used this yet. So I do not know what it looks like on my skin. But I would definitely try something that is either like this. Sorry, my husband's calling. Stop. Oh, God damn it. Damn it. God damn it, Russell, you just ruined my fucking live.
What are you talking about?
When you called me, you ruined my fucking live.
Well, my bad. Damn, I was trying to see if you needed me to pick up anything.
No, I don't. If I needed you to pick up something, I would have called you.